and puzzle games online and such things. And today I want to design a cat puzzle. We'll get to that in just a sec. I just got to warm up. I never this. So this is my site, edA-qa's room, and there's 2 puzzles available for you. The most recent one I did is Carnival, and you can go there and play it. It's you know, it's a puzzle game, puzzle adventure game. If you enjoy puzzle adventure games, you enjoy it. Today I won't be designing one of these. I'll be designing a standalone puzzle. And the standalone puzzle I saw is basically, I saw some cat pictures that I might like. Close off Twitter here, just make sure we're streaming. And okay, so I found these cat photos. I like these cat photos. These cat photos are from an artist called Anne Precious. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to figure out how to contact her or anything to say, hey, I'm using your photos, but okay, we're going to do the cat photos. And so I have these cat photos and I want to make a puzzle out of them. I saw them and I know what type of puzzle I want to make. It's going to be a type of puzzle I did in Prototype where you have to guess the name of a cat. So I'm going to show you a few cats with a few names, and then I'm going to decide, okay, what is the name of those cats? And okay, so the first thing I do is I download this. I already downloaded this, and then I hop over to Windows because I'm on Linux right now. Then I hopped over to Windows. It's in a VirtualBox. I loaded it up into Illustrator, and the only reason I'm using Illustrator is because it's the only one that can load the vector stock correctly. It's an Illustrator file. The other programs, including Inkscape I use, don't maintain the groupings correctly, and the groupings are vital for when I'm going to work with the SVG file. So I open it here. I didn't export as SVG, make that go away for now. And then I go over to Inkscape. And I'm going to create a new document for it, or I'm just going to create this one here. Wherever that is, everything goes off screen. I don't know why. And I'm going to convert this all to pixels first. So I want like a pixel thing first. Pixels, scale 1. Really wish I was somehow the default, and 1,000 by 1,000. Now I'm going to do 1,000 by 1,000 for a few reasons. The height of 1,000 is because that's what I do in my game. And it may not make a lot of sense for a vector graphic to say, why do you need 1,000? But when you're doing animation, you need a reference amount. So if I'm shaking something on the screen, all of my images have to have the same reference size, so I know how much to shake it. So we're going to go with 1,000 by 1,000 here. And a square is good for like social media. A lot of them do squares. But I think it's okay for this. And now I'm actually going to open up that stock graphic file I had, the converted one, open up some cats. And we're going to see what we do with the cats. I'm going to go ahead and copy all of the cats over for now. I'm going to throw them off to the side here. We have all these cats here, and we're going to group these cats so we can move them around, I think. Maybe I don't have to. What's that background? Get rid of that. I may not actually have to group them because I might just move them around everywise, but we'll see. I just like grouping things so I can move them. I think I screwed that one up here. And this one, now I have a group of cats and another group of cats. Okay, so I have some cats. Now what I want to do is I want to have like the name of the cats, like what is my cat's name? And I'll just throw some text in here first, like anything that's like, what is the name of edA-qa's cat? Cat doesn't have to be capital. So this is going to be the puzzle thing. We'll change the font later. I just want to do some reference for it now. What is the name of edA-qa's cat? And so we're going to give the names of some other cats here first. So we'll just start with the basic blue one. And I might change some of these for a bit. Now first off, is I'm going to want them to fill up more space, I think. So to keep the reference frame, I'm going to say, and take all of them and make them a bit bigger. How big do I want? I want a couple across the screen, like 3. That should be enough. That should give me enough space to work with. Let's do a little bit bigger. Okay, now I have a whole bunch of cats that are the same size. Move them a little way over there. Let's scroll this off here. I think you can see that still. Okay. So get rid of this cat, move them away. I move a few of them off screen. You won't be able to see them, that's okay. You'll see them when they come back. Start with the basic cat. So we're going to have a cat like this. Now we have 3 different colors. And so the cat names are going to be a naming pattern. This is an association and pattern matching puzzle. The association is going to be you have to match the name up with the cat. And so for right now, I'll just use any old font, and I'm going to say, what's the name of this cat? What's a good name of a cat? And it's going to be a simple pattern. And let's call this one Popsy. I don't know if that's a good name for a cat or not. It's going to be Popsy, okay? And you'll see what comes later. And we're going to focus on the patterns, the O, the P's, and the extension here. So then we take this cat here and we decide what name does this one have here. And you think, oh, what's another things? We're going to call this one Bab. Babs, but Babs what? Babu. Let's call this one Babu. So we have this one called Babu, and this pattern here is coming from the names. So what I'm doing is I'm going to associate one with the color and one with something else. So far I have 2 names. I'm going to have the P and the PP and the B and the BB, and I need 1 third letter one. I have 3 colors. Maybe I can make that the color. So if I took that to be the red one, now there's red and pink and sort of orangey ones, and you have to be careful in these color puzzles not to make them so close together. It's still not suitable for somebody who has some color blindness, but we gotta make sure that nobody's wondering, is this the same red as this one? So let's take let's take the one, I like this red one here. Let's make this one red one like this. And now I'm gonna give that one a name as well. And the name doesn't necessarily line up yet. I'm just associating the pattern with what it is. And this one we're gonna do, what's another cute name? M's. We're gonna call this one What can we call this one? It needs an extension. So far I've varied the consonant, the one letter, and then I need an extension. Popsy, Babu, and Mimin. Let's go en, Mimin. So we have these 3 extensions, and we have to figure out what are they. The simple approach is say, well, okay, and I think I want to make this one an easy puzzle, so we'll say like this one. We'll take the P is with blue, the B is with green, and the M is with red. But then what is the letter with? That's a tough one. Is it with the face or the nose? We don't have enough variation here. But if I took another cat, so I'm going to take this cat here, we have another blue one now. And we're going to vary it. So maybe it's with the winking. Maybe a winking cat has a different name, or maybe it should be the mouth. I have some options here. Is it the mouth or the different name? So I'm going to take this cat apart here, take away his mouth, open up this cat, copy the mouth here. And I got to get rid of the clipping here. It's always in the way for me. I don't like that it's always in the way. So I have this cat, and I can take its mouth here, move it up. So now I have a cat that has another open mouth, and I'm going to do that in one of these ones too. What should the open mouth be? Well, let's make that one the letter. The closed mouth is O, a Popsy, and an open mouth is going to be an A. Like this is too small a variation here, so let's take this one and put it over here. We're going to ungroup this one. Get rid of its mouth. So now I have a cat and I have this mouth, and that mouth can associate with the A. So far this is going to be Papsin, but let's make it Papsim. So what does the letters in the N come from, the EN? Well, I have some other things with the eyes I can do. Could make it wink, or I could give it glasses. Now I want to make this an easy puzzle, so I could take like the big wink or the glasses. These would both be super obvious as to what the cat is called, how the name works. If I was making a more difficult puzzle, I'd make it really subtle, like take the lines of its hair or something, and that changes a lot of difficulty of the puzzle. And for now, I just want, do I want these eyes or do I want that? Now you have to watch, this one has a sort of a red herring that if these eyes don't make a difference, we'll have to clean that up after so he has the exact same eyes. So what we could do is we could make little heart eyes instead. And I like that idea. I'm going to go over here. We're going to ungroup this one here. I'm going to take its little eyes apart, and we're going to stick them inside there. Whoops, that wasn't in that group. I'm going to zoom in here, and we're going to break this one apart here. And then go over this one here, and there's a little bit there. And we're going to copy that little bit there so it looks like the eye that she had drawn before. That looks a bit weird though. So I might just do like that. And you're going to have this eye in the cat. Now, should it be black? Maybe. But the problem is that might get really hard to distinguish. So let's check what happened if this is the same color as the other eye. Can you easily distinguish that that is still a heart-shaped eye? This is getting pretty small. Now imagine you're looking at this on Twitter. You see something like this. This is getting really hard to see. You're on your own phone with Instagram. You can't really see that eye anymore. So now it is, we're going to go back and keep it red there. And here you can still sort of see it's a different color eye. And I'm going to blend that with the heart so that we can maintain both. We have both the eye color and the eye shape then. And that will give me something to distinguish it with. And maybe if I made it bigger, like I made big eyes, that would also work, but I don't want them too big. So let's just put them like this. Okay, so now I have that, and that's going to be the extension. So now that I know that, I can say, well, what's the name of this one? Well, it's O. It's blue, so it's going to be the P's. So we have P something. And we said the green was the A, so this is going to be PAP. And we said the hearts are going to be the EN, but he doesn't have the hearts yet. So it's going to be EN, but we need to give him the heart-shaped eyes. So ungroup this. Now there's another one here hiding. And take these two eyes and paste them over here. Now it's clear he has different colored eyes. That one stands out a bit more. Maybe I shouldn't have used the red one over here. Maybe I should have used the purple one here. So to make a stronger contrast, take the blue one here instead. We'll go with purple just to have a stronger contrast with the eyes. The purple cat with those eyes like that. And so we said the A was the mouth. So we had the two mouths, and you notice this doesn't have an overlap. It only has to overlap with one of each one. So you have the three. And this cross-referencing thing is important because I don't want to have two that makes it so obvious what the difference is. But there has to be enough of a sequence, enough of a pattern to figure out how they fit together. And if I want to make it easier, you just add more of these. If I want to make it harder, you take the other ones away. And so making the blue and the blue one here wouldn't make sense. I put the blue one over here so it's not lined up somehow. And now I want to do another green one. So we're going to take Babu here, put this green one down here. Except now we want to change it. We have an issue with the mouth. What mouth do they have? We said the mouth determines the letters. So this happy in this little mouth here has to determine that it's happy. And are those easy enough to distinguish? We have those mouths, or do we have an easier mouth there? That's a tough one. What do I do with the mouth? Is that easy enough to distinguish? I have the smile, I have the plain mouth. And so I need one other mouth, but I need something significant. So I could take the sad mouth. There's a little sad mouth here. This one's actually better. This one here has a sad mouth, and that one actually might be a little bit better. Let's copy that and put it over here. And let's see if we get rid of Mimmins. She's going to be sad, but she'll have heart in her eyes. This is a bit small, and I know artistically it'd be better small, but let's make it a bit bigger so that we can actually see it. So somebody on a smaller thing can actually see that. It won't be as cute, but if we have a small image like that, hey, what happened to his whiskers? It's missing some whiskers. That's weird. Let's give it some new whiskers. So they all have the exact same whiskers. This one's sad, but it has the heart-shaped eyes. And so it's not the happiest cat, but it has the EN. Or do we want them all to be happy cats? I don't know. I think it's okay to have a sad cat there as well. So if this one is going to be unhappy as well then. So we're going to take that mouth, make this spore cat unhappy, grumpy cat instead. Or maybe we should give them the mustache instead. Mustache would be super obvious, and that'd make them an easier puzzle. And maybe that makes sense, because I think the mustache is a bit friendlier. Let's do that. Who knows why a cat has a mustache, but let's just go with it. Yeah, I think that's friendlier. So we have these two mustaches. That's also obvious, which keeps the puzzle easy. What is the name of the cat? Keeps it easy. This one should be a tad bit further down. Actually, a tad bit further down to keep it lined up. And so we know the eyes have to be the same. The eyes changed. What did I say? The eyes changed again. We need to have 3 sets of eyes. So we have the color of that, the mouth, and the eyes. And so this eyes need to be different. And this one's not obvious enough. And to keep it obvious and very different, I can make the really big eyes. But again, when that's small, it's hard to see the difference. And I don't want the subtlety in this one. I want something significant. So this one, I think I'm going to take the glasses. Let's give these people some, oops, need the glasses. Group this together. I'm going to take these eyes away and give him some glasses. There we go. Those are supposed to cover the whiskers a bit. Let's put it further down. All right, now we have some glasses, which means this one shouldn't have those glasses. It should have a variation of that. Get rid of that. And give it these eyes here. There's going to be like a bit there. Whoops. See if those ones are the same eyes. But now I have an issue. The eyes are lined up here. Not tragic. We can survive that one. Not everything has to be. You can't have. Well, you can have it all perfectly varied. Because we have the eyes not lining up there, so we have the color lined up, so this gets a bit challenging to have. So this one's probably going to have to go over here. This one's going to have to go over here, but it has that. Yeah, this is just going to get hard to line up perfectly. We're going to have some of the matching things. Whoops. But it's deciding how to line it up. You don't want the same color, sometimes same mustache. These two have the same eyes. You can't have them all have the same thing in one. So this one has to go over here because we have the mouth lined up, but the eyes are different and the color's different. There's always something different. So now we need one more. We have a red one. This is going to have to go over here because I don't want the color to be so obvious. So now we have one more red one to do. Take this red one. Okay, but we had the wrong name for this one first. We said it was Bob something, but the mouth changes the word. So this is Bib. And then the eyes, this is going to be Bibsy. So we have Bibsy here. Popsy, Babu, Mim, and Bibsy. And then I need another one here where we will have, we need not those eyes. I'm going to take these eyes. And we're going to take the normal mouth, the straight, cool mouth here. That I'm a cool cat. So then we have the variation of that. These two share the same mouth, different mouth, and the mustache. These two have the same eyes. These two have the same eyes. These two have the same eyes. These two have the same color, same color, same color. Unfortunately, the mustache is lined up in both, but that might actually make it easy because we said the mustache relates to the name in the middle, the letter. So this is a Mimin, and that's going to be the hardest one for people to recognize. And this is going to be a Babu, and that's the A for the mouth. And this is going to be a short mouth, and that's going to be a Mom. And so M is that. So we have a Mom, Mamu, Mamu. Okay. So now we have the variation. We have those 4 names. we have the 6 cats, and we have that actual puzzle now. We have the puzzle of those are the 6 cats, those are their names. We'll arrange this a bit more later. But what I need now is the name of the puzzle is what is the name of edA-qa's cat? So what is my cat called? Now you can't do something random here. You can't like take the yellow cat now. So the question here is what cat do I want to take? Which cat would I prefer? Yellow, blue, or whatever one. And I'm going to kind of say, well, you know, what cat do I want? I would prefer, do I want the eyes or do I want that? We'll kind of put these glasses on the blue one. So whatever one I have to take a new variation of it. The glasses on the blue one, or I put the lovey eyes in the green one. And I kind of like the blue one with glasses. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to take this one here. I'm going to say, this is my cat now. I'm going to say, what is the name of my cat? What is the name of my cat? Get rid of his eyes because we have the cool cat now. We get rid of the mouth and we give it a mustache because that's the variation that we want. Oh, now I really like this. Now this cat is really my cat now. This is, I don't actually have a cat. I've got some cats in the yard that keep coming around, but I don't have my own cat. So here's a cat here. Now we have this. We have this cool cat, and this is going to be my cat. What's the name of my cat? And so I'm not going to put that on here. I'm going to take this, and what is the name of my cat? So what is the pattern that I have here? I have the pattern of, well, it's blue, and we said that's the P, so P something PP. And the mouth determines the letter, right? The straight mouth is the O, the big mouth is the A, and the thing is the M. So this is now Pip, and what do we say that? And the glasses determine the end, Pipu. So my cat's name is Pipu, which, you know, isn't that nice of a name. So I'm going to change something else instead. I don't like those endings. It's not giving a name. I want an easier name. The oo in the end isn't so nice. What would be a good name then? Babugs, Babuks, Babbit. I need a friendly name, Babums, but I don't want to put in the letter Babaloo, Pipaloo. What name is Babums? Ums is a good word. Babums. Babums is a good word, and this becomes then Babums. And now we have Pipums. Pipums is nice. Pipums is nicer. Pipums. So we have Popsy, Babums, Mimmin, Mummins, Pappin, Bibsy, and Pipums. So we have that name for him, and I should really save this. I haven't saved the document now. I'm crazy. Oh my God, singles stock, and I want to have, what's the name of this one? Let's call this one edA-qa's cat. That's a good name for this puzzle. And I'm going to have to figure those out later. So edA-qa's cat. edA-qa's cat is called Pipums. Pipums. So we have Bibsy, Pappin. Pappin isn't a great name. Babums. I don't like the name Pappum, so let's see. What can I do with the name Pappum? Mimmin is okay. Mummums. Mummums is weird to say. That's okay. Babums, Popsy, Pappin, Bibsy, Mimmin, Babums, Pappin, Pappin. Pappin's a bit weird. If I did a Pap and Mimmin, Mimmin is a big. We'll just say Paparoo. Paparoo. Then we have Mimmeroo. It's a friendlier name. Mimmeroo and Paparoo. So I have Paparoo and Mimmeroo. So those are the two names. And I'm not, I can just change those ones because that's the ending there. So the ending comes from, what is it the ending comes from again? So the eyes determine, the color determines the consonant. So this is P, 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 P. And I'm going to keep it very simple like that because I want this to be an easy puzzle. Otherwise, I'd make a more common name. So I have Popsy, Paparoo, and Pipums. And that's the color of it. And then M for the ones, Mummums, Mummaroo. Now, I don't like the M and the A. Babuks. Pippums, Pippums, but that's a good name, Pippins. Pippins. We could say Pippins. Or Pippins, that's even better. Pippins is a cleaner name. So we have Babbins and Mommins. So we have those names. Now I have Pippins, Mommins, Mimaroo, Babbins, Popsy, Paparoo, Bibsy, and Pippins. Now Pippins is the name we're going to have to guess. So I'll give you these names and you have to guess this name. So what is the name of my cat? Now let's double check that this is actually valid. What is the name? I'm going to take Pippins away for a second. So the blue is the P. So a PP, PPP, PPP. All right. The green is Babbins, BBB, BBB. It's not so much, but you have to make sure it's consistent. These aren't the ones you want. MMM, MMM for the pink ones. Now you have the mouth. You have the letter of this, and this is from the shape of the mouth. So the happy case is an A, Babbins, Paparoo, Popsy, Mommins, Bibsy, Mimaroo. And then so we have an I because the mustache for Pippins. So we know the I is going to be the same there. And so what I want to do then is I have the glasses. The glasses decide the extension. So ENS is the glasses. ENS and ENS, that's what I have. Whereas these eyes here are Roo, and this is SY, SY. Now I think if I move these two, I have a bit more variation. Why is this whisker so gone? Okay, I've put these two together now. The variation is simpler there. I mean, you can't arrange this so you don't, there's always going to be some properties the same, but I think I'd rather have the 3 mouths differently on the top one. So I have 3 mouths and 3 mouths, and there's no way to arrange this such that there's not some properties overlining. Because like in either the green, there's only 3 properties, and so some property has to align between them. Because there's only 3 variables, so one of them has to line up. There's no way you can. So now I have that. I have that. Babbins, Poppy, Mommins, Popsy, Babbins, Mimaroo, Mommins, Paparoo, Bibsy, and Pippins. So now I think I can group these together. We're going to keep these. I think the groups of those are okay. I can move Pippins off the screen because we don't need Pippins there. Now I have this one. Now I have to figure out a design for this a bit more. What is the name of it? And we're going to have all these other cats are all gone now. I can just delete the other cats on the screen because they're just going to get in the way and distract me. So how do I start making it? What font do I want? Well, first thing is let's pull in my branding. That's the other file. Get rid of this. I have so many files here. First thing I'm going to do is going to pull on the brand. I'm going to put that, I don't know where it's going to go yet. No point doing this if I don't have my name on it. And we're going to say where the answer is somewhere. We're going to have to put something saying where the link to the answer is. So let's jam all this together first of all. And put a link that says test your answer. Or no, check your answer. Check your answer at edaqasroom.com/ and this is singles. I have singles. We said this is going to be edaqa's cat. So I'm going to leave that on there, and that'll be the check your answer there. Check your answer at edaqa's thing of the cat. And this will have to go somewhere more prominent. We'll figure that out in a bit. Now this font isn't exactly what I want. I could take the font of my logo and make it and be cheap and just make it all match. That's an easy option. And that was Doothy. And I think that works well for that. Doothy. Now, whatever reason, Inkscape doesn't change the font to me in a lot of these things. It just sort of annoys me sometimes. So let's just do a new one. and say Popsy. I think this font looks good for that. Is that the right size? I'm almost thinking it should be a little bit bigger. Popsy, 36. 36 looks about right. Popsy. So this is now Popsy, and I think that fits well. What is the name of it? Popsy. So let's go through here and do the other ones. Babbins. Mimmeroo. Mommins. Oh, it's going to be in the way. Whoops. Paparoo. And Bibsy. I'm totally still not entirely good at the name. Mitteroo, Mittens. Nah, I just go with those names. I'll think about it again. Once we do the design, I'm going to think about the game again. Why is this one smaller? Oh, they're all smaller. I screwed it up somehow. This was 30. Let's make this one 30 as well then. And this also, well, this one also has to be. Question, what's my name? Hopefully 3 question marks makes it clear that we don't know its name. Now, how do I want to arrange this layout here? How do I do the spacing? Should it be 6 like this, or should it be the 1 on this side? It's 6 on the side and the 1 over here. Layout can always be hard. Or I can do offset. What is the name of edA-qa's cat? Combine it through here a bit more. Put that up there. Yeah, and then move these around. First thing I'm going to do is going to get the alignment correct in all of these. So let's move these all up together. Actually, before I do that, let's make sure these are grouped together. They're grouped. Move these here. Put this one up here. Whoops. I'm just trying to, I need to do something to get all the alignment correct. And you go like this. You take all of these ones. We're going to make the alignment the same. This is off to the side here. Let me just shrink this a bit so you can see it first. And align and distribute, we're going to center them in that area roughly. They're going to center all of these ones together. Now, how far away should it be from the name? That's the question. Is that a good height? I personally think the name should be bigger, so first of all, let's do this. Do we want to change the shape of the font? No, we just change the size. Which is unfortunately making them all space. So that's good. They're all bigger names now. So let's align these again. Doesn't matter which way, because I want to make them go up and down. So that's the weird thing, is that they're not quite aligning correctly because it's text. And so we're going to align it to the top of the text instead. Hopefully they all have the same accent. Aligning text is annoying if you don't have it all on the same line. Are these roughly the same height? We're going to do the same with the cats as well. We're going to align them by their ears because they're ever so slightly different. And how far do I want away? Should be fairly close. That should be good. Let's budget in that one. So I have that. So now take this one. We're going to do center align on this one. Center align there. Center align there. Center align there. And center align there. And center align there. Now we're going to group it together. 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 All right, so there I have that. I have these cats everywhere. And I should have done that one down there, but it's okay. This one's going to have a slightly different space. I'm going to put him, figure out the size here. Don't know the name of him. I'm going to put those ones together though. Group it together. So I have the cat I don't know. What is my name? Check your answer at edA-qa's cat. Make this back full size so you don't need to see that part. Put one cat here, one cat here, one cat here, cat here, cats all over the place, something like that. Put the question over here. What is the name of edA-qa's cat? And actually I could put that right at the top. What is the name of edA-qa's cat? Put these ones on the bottom, change the color, put that one down there. These have to go over here. And these ones switch like that. Not totally satisfied with the design, but okay. And put my logo somewhere in the middle maybe. Or I don't know, I'll figure that one out. I can put this one back. What is the name of edA-qa's cat? Try to get that the same height there. That might work. Just something that can't be clipped away if somebody makes a meme or something from it or pastes it around. It's a horrible thing we have to think about on the net is, you know, what if somebody copies it all around? And what is the name of edA-qa's cat? That's 2 lines, and this line spacing is like really extreme. That's good. 1. No. 1. Too high. There we go. Oops. What is the name of edA-qa's cat? Here's my cat. And we can move these around a bit. Move these like here. Put these ones here. Whoops. Put these ones down a bit further here. And do this one, check your answer at. And that forces that to be part of the picture, so you can't clip that off either. Okay. So I have that one. This one needs some sort of box around it to say, what is the name of this cat? This should be the same color as this, probably. I'm not liking that title at all. It's like, it shouldn't be 2 lines or something. I almost want it back to 1 line. I'm just not liking the title up there. What if I put the cat up there? What is the name of my cat? I might just do my cat. What is the name of my cat? Get rid of those question marks because that's a bit weird. We can put them in the background there. Put a few around there. Who knows? I'm just trying ideas here. Use this black instead. the black of all of those. Can I make one blue? Yeah, let's make this different ones blue. And then one of the big ones, the other blue. And this one becomes the other blue. Okay, can I get these organized together here somewhere that it makes sense? Now I'm wondering if I almost should have made it the color of my logo, but that's going to be too hard to adjust with every time. So what is the color name of my cat? What is the name of my cat? And the logo here is a bit, I don't know, something's wrong here, the way it fits in. Need a background here too, but this is the wrong font. Let's use the same font for everything. It's not changing my font again. It just really bugs me about this program sometimes. I don't know what that is. It just doesn't accept it sometimes. So now it's getting too big though now. I really want it in that one line, so... I don't like that font. I don't like that font either, but I can't have too many fonts in here. Actually, what you just say, what is my name? What is my name? And that'll actually line up within the game. But I like the, what is the name of my cat? What is the name of my cat? What can I do with all of that? If I could use the same font there. I don't like the color. These blacks should all be... Let's align these all again. Space these apart equally. Roughly get them all the same space. Okay. These have to be slightly otherwise arranged. Those bottom ones are too low up. Let's put those ones a bit further down. Put the ears right in the middle of that text. And then the ears can go in the middle of that text. That's too high up, then I can kind of right in the middle there. Trying to think of what I should align to something. Let's take an alignment thing. Let's make a line here. Oh, not 15, 50. Oh, wait, so... Hi, for Christ's sakes, thanks to the show. No, I'm not doing Rust anymore. I'm designing a puzzle right now. I've been doing a puzzle game. So from the chat, I'm doing a puzzle game over at edA-qa's room. So I have puzzle games. There's some Carnival is the newest puzzle. And it's an adventure point and click puzzle game. And today I'm just designing a standalone puzzle for that. And the puzzle is with these cats. And I'm just trying to get the alignment right now. Get these whiskers here to line up correctly. Is that a good alignment? Get the whiskers and stuff to line up. Yeah, it sounds good. So let's get those, put this on the top. Get his whiskers to line up. Put this on the top. Get his whiskers to line up. Now, do I put this on the top and get his whiskers to line up, or how does that work? So now the whiskers are all aligned, so it's a bit cleaner, the lineup of all of this stuff. The offsetting is these all step down. Do they step down the same amount? And that's a question here, is that if I line up the ears now, but that should be okay, that this is a bit higher up. Should these whiskers align here? That's a big question. If I want these to align, let's see what happens if I do that. Take away this one. The whiskers align to the top of the text like that. This creates a consistent layout. Is that looking okay, or is that encroached too much? I think it covers the space very well, and I can reduce the whole size if I want. So let's do that. It might be too big, and I got to figure out a font here. edA-qa's room might be too big up there. What is the name of the cat? I like that one really big up there. The scattering thing, let's just check this a bit. And group this a bit more together like that. This needs to go a bit more like that. So that is the name of my cat. I'm not liking the font there though. What is the name of my cat? And you can find the answer here. This page is set up, by the way, and this is the answer to the cat. Let's just double. All right, I'm going to take a tiny short break, then I'll be right back with the. We'll finish this off and take a really quick break here, okay? Let me just do this right here. All right, I am back now, and I'm designing a puzzle again today, a cat puzzle. This is a static puzzle. I've gone through most of the graphics now. The idea of the puzzle is that you have to discover what the name of a cat is. If you're just joining now, you're not going to know what the name of the cat is. You can figure that one out. It's just below the screen here, and I can see it. And so this is a cat, and I'm just trying to finalize the design here right now. What will happen is I'll put this one up, and just make sure I'm still streaming here. I'll put this one up, and this will be like something I can share on Twitter or Instagram or something, Facebook, that type of, the usual channels. But I'll put it on my site too. And this page, you'll have a page where you can test the answer, type in the name, and figure out if you actually have the right name. Now I'm just trying to figure out the fonts. I'm not so happy with the layout completely yet. I like the spacing. This spacing is a bit weird. This either needs to go more over or more up. I'm thinking I might have to reduce the size of the logo to make it a bit more decent here. And that means the rest could go up. I need some more spacing. I really don't like this font here. I can't use the same one though, because it's just too wide and too big. And I think that's okay. This is the same font as that. I could either try this font. I don't even remember what that font is. What font is that? I have no idea anymore. After Disaster. All right, After Disaster font. Let's try that one. After Disaster. There we go. After Disaster. I don't, does that, no, that's, is there like a narrow version of that? Would that actually work? It's too like fat. I want something just decent. Let's just go something thin. Nah. Was Arial work? No, I want a light font. Light. And what kind of light font? It's playful. That's what I started with, but I don't really like that. It's just, I want something clean. That's too fat. Does it have a light one? No, why don't I have light fonts? Why does nobody ever have light fonts? Font families always have bold and stuff, but they don't have light. The Inkscape font selection isn't, let's say, isn't the best. Gruda, give me a super light font. Light. Light, I said light. Are there any light fonts here? No serifs, because not anywhere else. Just give me something. That would work if I decrease the space of it, maybe. I think that'll work. That's a clean enough one there. But I gotta get this to line up. But if I change him, everything has to change in space again. So if I push this one down a bit, I should do this. Let's do this. Let's do the alignment here. Align to the bottom of the selection area. Okay. Now I got to do this. I got to do align to the left of the selection area. That would align. Now I don't know if that's good, if he needs to be aligned there. Whether these cats are well aligned to the middle, I think so. I like that spacing there. He's pretty close to the bottom. And it's actually too far down, which means this whole thing has to go up, which is an issue because then I have, I hate doing fine tuning of this alignment. So before I do this, I can't change the size of this because he has to be the same size as that, otherwise that's weird. I could shrink the size between these, but I align them all nicely with the whiskers, but if I shift them up and down a little bit, in both, they would still be aligned to some theoretical middles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Compress the space there a bit. That would let me move all of them down ever so slightly to align with the bottom one there. I think that aligns well enough. Let's see what happens here. So that baseline line, these can all go back up one. Yeah, okay, so that's a line there. It's reasonably well aligned. So I have this cat. If you're watching and try and figure out what this cat name is based on the rest of it, it's hidden. Oh, I accidentally showed it. That wasn't the idea. You probably didn't see it. So now I have the basics here. Now, what else can I do with the rest? I want to put a background somehow. This is still not aligned. Should the logo align with the graphics, or should the logo just go off on the side? That's always an issue here. I don't know where to put the logo. This can go ever so slightly up there or more down. But I want a background of some kind. What kind of background to work? Some sort of park image. So we're going to go off to Pixabay. So again, the original image I got is this one from Vector Stock. And the artist of the original image is someone called Anne Precious. And I did mark her as being followed now. I am following her. I don't have a way to shout out to her, so if somebody knows who she is, just let me know and I can let her know that I use it. She has a lot of like pattern things that I can reuse more of them for puzzles as well. It's always fun. But right now, let's do a park. Park vector graphic. I like vector graphics because they have very basic backgrounds, very plain. These parks here I use actually in the game Carnival. So this is in the background of the Carnival. And not much more there. I want something basic and plain, a park background. This one would work maybe. Well, that's on Vector Stock. That's not there. Well, let's check this one here, park. Oh, not an impression. Now I just want a park, a background. Which one can I use for cats? See, there's going to be too much happening here. I need something plain. Like I just need like hills or something, just a grassy part. And I'm just looking for a color, maybe the sky or something. This one might work. I'm trying to imagine that. This is blue. The blue contrast might be too much. There's too much blue. What else can I have? Maybe I should just try a pattern first. Let's just look for something like that. Let's look for a background first over here. Do I have a plain pattern I can use as a background? I don't know. I don't like picking backgrounds. It's like the problem is the first background I pick is going to bias me heavily into the other backgrounds I pick. This I basically want a pattern like this. Something nondescript. Would that one actually line up? Let's see. Let's see if that one works there. I'll just do it the quick way first. Will this work? Well, I'd have to change a lot of colors on there to get that one working. It's just too bright. But if I take it and say like 50%, no, it's going to have to really be low in contrast. So I need something super low contrast. That might work, but blue is clearly not the one I want. Blue is not the way to go. It's just better without. So not blue. Well, let's just play with this one and see what I'm looking for first. And I can go into the colors. And let's just save this first. Color. I want color adjusting. That might be extensions. No, it has to be a filter. Color, tell me. Channel, colorize, duochrome, fluorescent, hue to white. Which one of these adjusts the color, the tone? That's weird. What if I colorize it? Let's do this first. Let's take the filter. Color, let's grayscale it first. Do I have anything selected? Maybe that's why it didn't work. All right, change the color this way slightly. Which color would look good? I'm almost thinking no color is going to look good. That coldness there. Okay, turn the saturation down to no end. I'm not happy with any of the backgrounds. I'm not sure I'm going to like the background at all. Well, let's get rid of this. Like say it. Let's try another background first. Why is that so dark? Let's do 100 here. Throw that in the back. What color might look good? Oh, God, no. A yellow might work. I think a yellow might work if I reduce the contrast of that. Let's check first. A yellow background. There's no yellow backgrounds there. Oh, I mean, that sucks. Should I just go with a solid color? It might actually look better if I think of like Instagram and stuff. It'll be just tiny. Maybe I should just go with it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to take the yellow. Which yellow actually looked better? This one? That shade is better, but I need to undersaturate it or actually increase the luminance. And I think that's okay. Contrast, I don't want it too much. I just want it to stand out against the background, because if it's just too white, it won't stand out. And I'm wondering if somehow I can get my logo into that. So if I had the line here, and it would be more incorporated in my logo a bit. That's what I think I'm going to try. This isn't quite the right size, but I have like this line here. I wonder if I can get that in there. So if I just take a line, I want to draw a line now. All right, and I want that line to be this color. No, I want it to be the stroke that color. And I'm just trying something here. I don't like when that happens. And that gives me that. I'm uncertain about this. If I fill in and I have the space there, that would be the background. Could that actually work? If I put the hole inside there, because I like backgrounds and graphics, but as you zoom out, there's less there. I'd have to make everything smaller. Everything in the middle, let's make it slightly smaller first. It gives me some space to work with. And let's change that line there and go with this instead. And start here, go down to here, go over to here. All right, so I gotta adjust that right there slightly. I actually don't know how to get these lines perfectly straight in Inkscape. Okay, now we need to do a F7, shift get that. And let's get the stroke style. Why is there no stroke style? Stroke style, put it to 5. Get rid of this one. right, that gives me a bit more to work with here. I really wish I would have aligned it to the page. Page, center, center. That gives me a bit to work with. And what else do I have here? I just want some subtle touches. Should the background be a different color? So actually, if I take this one, I'd say, look, this one should be filled with that color. Send that all the way to the back. Take this one, send it to the back, and take that color. That's starting to look to more like something I can stand out a bit. It keeps my color pattern. It's not perfect in the sense it's not quite the same pattern here, but I'm wondering if I could do that effectively. Could I do that effectively, somehow offset that pattern ever so slightly? Or just go with this? I'm not entirely certain how I do that. Better save this. I wish Inkscape had an autosave for me. I think this color's still a bit too much. Fill and stroke. It's got to be a little bit less saturated still. Now that I have the border, I can make this a lot less saturated. And you get that subtle touch, and that should be enough. What do I want it? But something's not. This is still not aligned. If I put this here somehow. If I put it down here. But the nose would have to go up. Let's just check that for a second. Ah! What happens if I move these up first? And put this down here. I think that throws the balance off everything. Okay, I think this is the wrong color anyways. That should be the same color as the other text. I think that's clear. edA-qa's room now. This is the text. This should have the color of the glasses as well. Although now it's really dark, even though it's the same color. That's really weird. That's fine. Now I want to balance this somehow here. This can go in. Oh, I had that balance with that already, though. It was already that thing there. Where do I do the layout? Where can I do the layout? I mean, I also don't like URLs. URLs, do I actually have to put this HTTPS here? Will people know to type that? I'm never certain of that. I mean, it's just, will people just say, because remember something else? That'll work if you just type that in, but this actually shows us an address, so I don't know. I don't know. I have the Bondera, we have the clip that matches with the door. It's sort of subtle style change. Not same coloring, but I have that in there. Now, what can I do with the logo? I'm not happy. There's something with the layout. Something not quite right. Something not quite right. What is the name of my cat? That works. How can I get this in there right? If I balance that there, it looks weird there. If I center it here, I have a feeling this works the best centered there. If I make it bigger, it gets weird. Slightly bigger. If I put it at the top of the other cat. All right, I think that actually works out now. But the color of this text, should it, I mean, this is dark, and I think it makes sense. You kind of want to have the color balance here, but at the same time, I want to draw attention to the fact that these are the important bits. This is the part that should stand out. This should almost be a little bit in the background, and it's already faded out, those colors. I think it's okay. Now, the background, could I do it a little bit better there? I don't know. I'll find out. But I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to go with this. I don't want to spend too long in it. Every time I do a new one, I'll do a slightly improved design. I'll think about the background. But this gives me a square, simple puzzle. And so the game is, what is the name of my cat? And you're going to check the answer online. You can go in here to type in the name of cat, and it'll tell you it's okay. I don't have that set up yet. I'm going to go off and do that now, but I'm not going to do it live. I need to listen to my music to do that. So yeah, the name of the game of the puzzle was, what is the name of the cat? How do you get the names of these things? And you have these 6 cats with current names, and this is the cat you want to find out the name of. How do you get the name of that cat? And this is based on the features they have, the glasses, the eyes. And now I have the eyes lining up, the color lining up. It's okay. And the mouths. And I think that's it. I think it's from a show. We came up with the puzzle. I'll post it later. You'll see when I post it. I'll post it on the channel, on the Twitch channel, Twitter, or wherever else I have. I'll post this graphic of what is the cat's name. And if I enjoy this, I can do this page now, and I can maybe do more of these, get the line up correctly. And I think that's it. Let's just go with that, and let's just say that's for my show. And so on this show, I'm going to be designing puzzles and stuff. Sometimes I'll be doing the standalone ones. I'll be playing games sometimes. And I have my website, edA-qa's room, where it has like the my games. These are the longer games. These are the interactive games.
Accept an invitation to adventure. Uncover the Carney secrets. Discover the fun. Test your skills. Get your heart pumping and enjoy spicy hot dogs. Grab your ticket now.
So Carnival is one of 2 games.
Enjoy a puzzling adventure at edA-qa's room.
And I have the other game as well, Prototype. And Prototype you can also play. These are both. They have cute graphics. They're definitely not easy games. These are probably medium level compared to an escape room. So these are medium level games. So I thank you very much for watching. You know, you're going to see all that stuff like subscribe and follow me. If you want to subscribe, you will. I don't have to say that. And let me know what you want. I also play games on the show. I find puzzle games. So if you have a puzzle game that you think I should play, let me know and I will play it. And otherwise, thank you for watching and have a nice day.